Awesome. So, how did you find out about Papa Vincent, our pasta?
Actually, it was my son who still lives in Washington State, and we talk quite often, and he knows of my allergy to gluten. And he was the one that recommended that I research European pastas with a original grain, because he had read so much about it, saying that it would likely be helpful to me to be able to eat pasta again. And so when I got that from him, then I started on the internet and I found you guys. Yours was most intriguing and most the story behind it and everything I was impressed with. So it started back in about early 2000s. My husband, he experiencing my misery with all the pasta that I'd been eating and breads and any of that kind of thing. So he sent me to a naturopath to get fully tested. And the naturopath had asked me, what are you feeling? And so I let him know that for hours, and I mean a lot of hours, could be 4 to 6 hours after I've eaten, and I'm just miserable. I'm down on the couch. I can't get comfortable. Nothing is working. My bloated. And so he said, okay, so we're going to test you for allergies in the food and environment. And when the test came back, he said, yes, you have an allergy to gluten. So then I had to research, okay, what does that mean? Just no pasta and bread or what? And then I found out there's gluten in practically everything. All the frozen foods that you wouldn't think there was gluten in has it, soy sauce, all that kind of thing. And so that got really interesting. So once I discovered it, there was hardly anything out that you could have that was non-gluten. So and my husband joined me, and we began eating just vegetables and meat because we knew that was safe. And as time went on, more and more people said, yeah, we've got a gluten-free restaurant, we've got gluten-free products, and they were bad. They just tasted awful. And I was okay to go without gluten at all because it was just horrible. Since then, now it's a lot more things are out there that taste decent, but I experience with like some of the gluten-free pastas, they're grainy or they fall apart. They go into mush, and that's not what I'm looking for. The breads are very dry and crumbly, and it's just not pleasant to eat. So as soon as I could find something that tastes decent, then I make a note of that. And so when I went on Amazon to order your pasta, I took one look at it when I got there and I go, no, it looks a little funny, but I was anxious to try it. So I cooked it up. I was surprised. It not only tasted good, it held together well. It was better than the regular pasta that I'd eaten before. It actually had some flavor to it. So I'm a lifetime buyer.
Oh, that's great to hear.
That is really nice to hear. Wow.
So we go to great lengths to create a quality product, and we're happy that something you can enjoy now. So what would you say was the number one thing that would have stopped you from trying our pasta? Was it bloating, or was it just not believing that it would taste good?
No, I was kind of used to tasteless type of products. But yeah, it was the bloating, the miserableness that I would feel after I ate.
It was the magnet that really drew you into buying our pasta. Do you remember what really sold you on it?
It was a part that you were a family company. The whole family was in on it, and I like that kind of environment. I like to help small businesses. It seems like they're all the time struggling, and it's just a nicer platform. It's more down to earth, more in tune to the customer that you're seeking, and then the large corporations.
Yeah.
You're so right.
So I know you already touched on this a little bit, but you don't mind repeating yourself. But what was it like when you first ate the pasta? And was there anything unexpected that came up as you first tried the pasta?
One thing I could think of is that it tasted really good. I mean, it usually when I eat pasta, it's kind of like, okay, how much sauce can we put on it to, bump up the flavor? But this was good all by itself. I just really enjoyed that.
And what about the texture?
Oh, that was awesome. It looked, like I said, it looked strange in the package. And my husband was saying, it looks kind of funny. I go, yeah, it does, but we'll give it a try. And it was just, it held together even on the second day. It didn't go mushy. Still had the same flavor.
Yeah, it actually absorbs the sauce like in the second day even better. Because since we're bronze drying it, it's got those little ridges. So it's not like your regular pasta that's slick. So all those ridges help it really absorb. And that's the artisanal way. It's the old school way of doing things that have gotten lost, with Barilla and these industrial
Wow,
pasta mixers.
that's fascinating. That's so nice that you guys are trying to get back into the old way of doing it. I mean, there's not many people willing to do that.
Yeah, there really isn't. Like we went to an Italian store and all the pastas were not stone grinding it. And none of them are using like the ancient grains like we are. We're using the grains that like our great great grandparents used to use. So we're kind of one of a kind. That's like we have a really unique product. It's more expensive, but we really believe the quality speaks for itself. And we love
Yeah,
to
it
hear
does.
from
It does, very much so.
And what amazes me about your story is that they told you that you were gluten intolerant. But, our pasta has gluten. So I'm just still trying to figure this puzzle in my mind.
Yeah, it's all the preservatives and the way they create the pasta these days. They put so much chemicals and whatnot into it that it changes the whole aspect of it. That's probably why we're a lot sicker than we didn't used to be. It's because they've done so much to the food for processing. It's not healthy.
Yeah, so I'm amazed because they diagnose you as gluten intolerant when in reality you were intolerant to everything else that is being put.
Right.
Right.
I had no idea.
Well, see, they're probably affecting the gluten quality. So it's the gluten that's getting affected. And that's why I guess technically you're gluten. So do you know if you're gluten sensitive or gluten intolerant? Because there is a difference, right? Do you remember how they diagnosed it or?
They just said gluten allergy. That's all I was told.
Allergy.
Interesting. But you're not celiac.
No.
That's what
Got
it is. Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, I've read a lot that celiac people are worse off than I am, and I have a lot of respect for that. I found this wonderful tasting pasta. It's got lovely flavor in it, and it absorbs the sauces that you fix with it. It's made from a small company in Italy, and it's a family-owned business. And you just got to try it just because you're going to be blown away.
Thank you.
Find out everything you can find out about your body and how it's reacting to different things. Know yourself really well, and you can become so much a healthier person if you do that. I was not aware of this type of thing. And like I said, I had no idea that it's not really gluten. It's the way it's processed these days that I'm allergic to, which was fascinating to know. And, that happens in a lot of our products. So it's good to go back to everything the way it used to be. But, and I got off track.
No,
okay.
that's perfect. Everything you said is perfect because that is really our philosophy. We just want to go back to the way it used to be because we believe that that's the reason why so many people are sick today. It has nothing to do with anything else but diet.
Right. I agree.
And so it's nice that that's basically what you're stating is our mission statement. Like we can go back to diet in a very simple way. All we have to do is go back to the old way of making food,
Absolutely.
And it's not really that hard. It just takes a little bit of effort. That's all,
Yeah. And a lot of people these days can't make that time.
Yeah, but I'm talking even about the mass production.
Mm-hmm.
There is way around that they can do it better, but they don't want to.
Right.
Right. And that's basically what I'm saying,
Yeah, it's cheaper this way. It's cheaper to make the foods, with all the chemicals in it than it is to try and do something healthy for people.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not cheaper if we get sick because that means now everybody's sick and it's not producing. So you have a nation that is not producing wealth because most of the people is sick. So at the end of the day, it's very costly.
Yes. We know that, but to the large corporations, all they have to do is sell a lot of product, and they don't really pay attention to what happens on the consumer end.
So how long has it been since you were able to eat like a pasta and truly enjoy it?
Oh, it was back in the early 2000s. Yeah.
Wow.
And well, it was before then because I was still eating it. I just wasn't enjoying it. To actually enjoy the pasta, it would have been when I tried your product because, like I said, the flavor is outstanding. I like that a lot.
Wow,
Amazing.
that's exciting. That's real exciting.
Well, thank you for this time.
Have a good day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.